Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome back to our next episode of the SWE Rising Universe mode. We are back with another episode and tonight we'll be having Samoa Joe's first championship defense, of course against Luke Harper for the Openweight Championship. We've also got a number one contendership for the United States Championship, but first... have a massive match here. Two big guns collide. Walter versus Tomohiro Ishii. Two guys from the Openweight division as well. Two fantastic wrestlers, and this is really going to be a Clash of the Titans, this one. I am bloody looking forward to this. Tomohiro Ishii. We've not seen much of him actually recently. He was involved in the Openweight early on, but I didn't really want to... I didn't really have too much going on. I didn't want to push these people too much. So I decided to try and hold people... Not hold people back as such, but try and spread the wealth a little bit. Trying to mix and match certain things. Trying to not overexpose certain guys. And that's why Ishii has sort of been absent for a little bit of time, shall we say. But still, he's on his way back now. I still think we are going to see the best from both these guys. Of course, Walter's still pretty new to the roster. Only making his debut a few weeks back, but he's already had some opportunities, including he's actually part of the Fatal 4-Way match that that Luke Harper won the #1 contendership for. Of course, Ishii was part of that very first original Openweight Championship match, but since then has not really had much action going on. I feel like that will change. I do have some big plans. As soon as we hit episode 21, things are going to change very, very quick. Not change as such, but we're going to become much more aggressive in sorting out the matches for Shabby Mania. So we've got quite a few tournaments and qualifying matches and all that sort of stuff going on, ready to go. So that should be pretty cool. And I'm sure at some point we're going to hear from Finn Balor and Jordan Devlin again, based on what happened a couple of episodes ago. Of course, Finn was determined to find out who it was that attacked him, and it was Jordan Devlin. But when Jordan tried to get a second attack on him, Finn sort of saw it coming. He must have known that that sort of thing was going to happen, surely. He must have known that things weren't going to go too well for him. He must have foresaw the second attack and then turned it completely around. And I dare say that is a match that is going to build up pretty well. But look at Walter dominating the early part of this match. Beautiful butterfly suplex. So, so we've got the 3 singles matches here this evening. Be a good episode. And we've got a nice little chain of championship matches coming up for you, of course. We've got this one today, the Openweight Championship. Tomorrow, we have got the Intercontinental Championship match between Kota Ibushi and Chris Benoit. Oh, I've double booked Chris Benoit in that show. That's not very good, is it? And also on Tuesday... Oh my god, Tuesday's an amazing episode. Tuesday is going to be Okada versus AJ Styles for the Rising Championship, of course. Also on Tuesday, we've got Jericho versus Malenko. I don't think we've seen much of Malenko yet, really, have we? And we'll also be seeing Nakamura versus Goto. And tomorrow's episode, yeah, I'll have to change one of the matches because that's not right. I've got Benoit versus Jericho. I've got Benoit versus Guerrero, and then I've got Ibushi versus Benoit as well, both in the same episode. That's not going too well, is it? So, Mr. Guerrero, I have to maybe switch up that show a little bit. Maybe throw Kyle O'Reilly in there. He seems to be always full back on, doesn't he? Walter now bringing Ishii back up, but Ishii with the dragon screw, just twisting the knee of big Walter. I like Walter, you know. He's not the sort of guy I look at and think, you know what? He's a cracker. He didn't have that. He loved that image of like a generic big man from WWE who's just there because of his looks and his size. But there's a lot to Walter, a lot of substance that I never really noticed until he started working PWG. Really, of course, he's from Germany. He did do a few shows in the UK here and there, but it wasn't until the PWG shows that I really started to get a feel for exactly how good he is. But Walter in firm control of Ishii now, stalking. Of course, we know that Walter likes to lock in the sleeper hold. And there it is, locked in. Is Ishii going to tap, or will he get knocked out? He's out. Ishii is out. And Walter picks up the victory. Walter's been dominant with that sleeper hold, you know. Really has been strong, and he picks up the win here. That's actually his first win in SWE, isn't it? Yes. Because himself and Thatcher lost their debut match against Lorcan and Birch. He lost in that fatal 4-way, so this is his first actual victory. That's a big one for him, actually. And there it is, a sleeper hold once again. Just closes off the airway and the vein to the brain as well, which eventually just knocks you out. And Walter picks up the victory. Like I said, we're going to start doing some of the qualifiers and the number one contendership matches and so forth after episode 20, after that Rising Championship match. And I feel like maybe Walter should definitely be involved in selecting a number one contender for that Openweight Championship, who I think essentially this evening, whoever leaves this evening as the Openweight Champion has just booked their place at Shabby Mania. I think that's probably about it now. I think a lot of these championship matches coming up soon are probably going to be the last ones we see for a while. And here is our second match of the evening. It is going to be a number one contendership for the United States Championship as Aries takes on Michael Elgin. Now, the reason Elgin's in this match is because I felt a bit sorry for him, to be honest with you. I mean, he came through and he won that 30-man Rumble, and he was supposed to get a one-on-one match against Daniel Bryan. However, we took that away from him and made it a triple threat, and the other man was the one who then walked out with the championship. So I felt a bit bad for Elgin, so I thought we'd give him this opportunity to prove himself once again, and maybe get a shot, of course, at... Who is the champion? I've forgotten now. It's Adam Cole, isn't it? Adam Cole's United States Championship. So, yeah, we've got a couple more... So, we've got these 3 championship matches in 3 episodes here. Then we've got the Junior Heavyweight Championship match coming up pretty soon as well, where we're going to see is Ospreay versus Ricochet, of course. And then we've also got another United States Championship match to come before Shabby Mania as well. I had a really cool idea for that, but it all depends on who the champion is. So we'll have to wait and see on that bad boy, I think. So Aries made his debut a few weeks back as he was part of the Intercontinental Championship number one contendership. Of course, it was a elimination submission match. And now he's going straight into another big championship match here. Well, big championship opportunity here against, yeah, like I say, Mr. Michael Elgin. Big Mike. Very big difference in styles here as well. Aries more technical, more submission based, more high flying as well. Whereas Michael Elgin is just pure adulterated strength. He is just absolutely brutish. He'll throw you halfway across the ring and won't even break a sweat doing it. I really wanted to try and have the Unbreakable effing machines as part of this universe mode, however, I can never find a good Brian Cage core. Never. It just always looks so weird. They really mess around with his body. It looks really peculiar, the Brian Cage cores. So we go, the bell goes, we are underway. Austin Aries taking some early control with that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he was taking early control. Elgin stiff right hand. Elgin now bringing Aries back up to his feet. Oh, just launch him with the X-Plex. Nice stiff uppercut there by Austin Aries as well. Or dropping his knee right in the back of the neck of Elgin, just slamming him face first in the mat. I don't think this is a good idea. You really want to take him down, not piss him off. If you poke the bear's going to attack you. A stiff right hand. For Elgin now, there we go, the bear is attacking back now, dropping Austin Aries face first on that top rope. Aries now back up, but shoulder block down. Nice snap suplex there by Aries on Elgin. So Aries is sort of getting the speed advantage, turning things around over and over again. Hoist Elgin up top. Elgin fighting back with that boot in the face, then dropping the double axe handle. Into the pin. One. Only a 1 count. Elgin now stiff right hand right in the side of the face of Austin Aries. They're just twisting the neck once again. Really wrenching that neck this time. And I think eventually there's only so much that Austin Aries' speed is going to get him out of before he ends up in some sort of trouble, you know. Nice reverse chin lock there by Austin Aries on Michael Elgin. As I'm slowly choking. As you do. Elgin sending Aries face first into the corner. Spins him round. And a buckle bomb by Elgin. Nice clubbing blow to the back. Aries follows it up. Send him into the corner. We've seen this before. The roaring elbow by Aries taking Elgin down. He likes to follow that up by going for a last chance. This could be the case here as well. There's the neck breaker. Spins it round. Keeps the grip. Into the last chance submission. Will we see a tap out here by Michael Elgin? If we do, then Austin Aries versus Adam Cole will be going ahead in the next few episodes. No, Elgin breaks free. Elgin tripping. Aries been busted open. Wow. Aries once again with Elgin in the corner, but Elgin playing possum. Dragging Aries out now, taking him up high. This is where Elgin thrives. His strength is incredible. Launches it. Oh, God, just holding that weight. Super gut wrench suplex from the top. Another elbow in the back. 1, 2. Oh, almost a 3 count. Wow. Elgin now with Aries up on his shoulders, looking for it. Bang. Reverse Death Valley driver, dropping Aries face first. Taking him up, letting him think about it. Really letting him think about it. There's the suplex in the end. And Elgin now is in control. Will it be enough though? German suitor, straight jacket German. Keep the grip in the bridge for the pin, but it wasn't quite enough. Aries back up on his feet. There's a right hand right in the gut. We saw this earlier in the match again. The rolling elbow by Austin Aries on Elgin. Doesn't go for the pin though again. Instead, Elgin with a stiff right hand. Oh, we talk about the strength of Michael Elgin. There's a strength there by Austin Aries. Neckbreaker by Aries. Rolls it through once again. The last chance for his submission. Is Elgin going to tap this time? He does. And we have a new #1 contender for the United States Championship. It is Mr. Austin Aries. So Austin Aries versus Adam Cole will be happening in the next few episodes for that United States Championship belt. Aries really busted open there quite badly. See the blood just streaming from his face. And there is a handshake there as well. Great respect being shown. And here it is, the main event of the evening. Luke Harper, in only his second match in SWE Rising, gets himself a championship match. This time against Samoa Joe for the Openweight Championship. I can't believe I forgot about Luke Harper at the beginning. I mean, like I said, he's one of my favourite wrestlers. He's probably one of my favourite wrestlers in WWE at the moment. About a year ago, he was definitely my favourite, but now they've signed people like Aleister Black and Ricochet and people like that. It's and Adam Cole. Baby. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. There's so many great wrestlers in there now. It's just they're just not being used fantastically well. I can't wait. That's a horrible thing I was going to say there. No, I can't wait for like Vince to take a step back. But I don't think he's ever going to take a step back. Because when he does take a step back, there's going to be some big changes, hopefully. Because we've seen how good NXT is. We've seen how much better 205 Live has got since Triple H took over. Imagine what Raw and SmackDown's going to be like when Triple H takes over. I mean, it's been absolutely fantastic NXT since it very first started. It's just gone from strength to strength to strength. And whenever they lose a massive name, a massive talent to the main roster, they just seem to have these pre-made guys to step straight in and just keep up that keep up that massively high quality. And some guys like Luke Harper don't seem to get the props they deserve. I mean, I know he did have that one Intercontinental Championship run with Dolph Ziggler. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was fantastic. The ladder match that Ziggler and Harper had together was fantastic. It really was an absolutely nutty match. Here we go then, Samoa Joe, the Openweight Champion, making his first defense, of course, won the belt away from, was it Shibata? I do not have that paperwork in front of me. I do have that paperwork in front of me. Yeah, he did win from Shibata. Shibata was the original champion, won it in the Fatal 4-Way in like episode 3 or 4. And then Samoa Joe, the first man. Well, Samoa Joe beat Shibata in a non-championship match first. And then we made the championship match for Joe. And then he went on to win that as well pretty easily. So Joe so far has been pretty dominant, to be honest with you. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in this match against Luke Harper. I mean, Joe losing here wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him, I don't think. What is wrong with that belt? It's gone all funny. So that part of it's clipped out of itself. That's weird. Yeah, I don't think losing this belt would be the worst thing for Joe in the world, to be honest with you. I mean, he doesn't want to lose it, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, if he did lose it, I feel like he might be involved in a higher... Oh, the belt's still glitched there. Oh, no, it's not. It's just the bit on the planet I see. It's a bit on the Earth where it's smooth. It just looks a bit funny. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I feel like if Joe did lose the belt here, he might end up in a higher position on the card, preparing for Shabby Mania. Maybe looking for a shot at the Rising Championship or the Intercontinental Championship. And we try and make all the championships as prestigious as possible in this universe. That's why all the championship matches so far have been main events, as they should be. And, of course, there is probably a... There's definitely a tier system to the championships. Of course, Rising Championship being the most prestigious. Closely followed by the Intercontinental Championship. I think the Openweight is up there pretty high. I've got the United States. I think probably the United States and Intercontinental are probably quite similar. I sort of feel like the Intercontinental is more of the pure Japanese style, whereas the pure Japanese sort of rosters and so forth, whereas the United States have been more sort of for the imported superstars into Japanese wrestling. The Openweight Championship is definitely up there as well for the more brutish, strong style sort of characters, which is really cool because it's a real part of the roster that I really enjoy, so I'm really enjoying that. Of course, there is going to be a strong style division within our Carnage roster as well. And possibly within Throwdown. I'm still quite unsure about the Throwdown roster at this point in time, but I think it's going to be an interesting one. I don't think we're going to... He's locked in the Coquina Clutch already. The hell? Joe's locked in the Coquina Clutch already. He's not going to squash Luke... Oh my god. Holy crap. Joe is absolutely insane in this universe mode. Joe's just squashed Luke Harper. But how? I'm stunned. I mean, I had a sneaky feeling that Harper might pull this off, you know, but Joe's just absolutely insane on this game. Well, Samoa Joe may have just booked himself a place at Shabby Mania defending this Openweight Championship. Who's going to take it away from him, though? I mean, he made short work of Shibata twice, and now he's just demolished Luke Harper as well. Samoa Joe is an absolute beast. Well, there you go. That's the end of the episode, and I'm stunned by that result, to be honest. I feel sorry for Luke Harper, to be honest, because he's much better than that. He really is, but when you get locked in that Coquina Clutch in the middle of the ring in your grapevine, you have no choice but to tap. You need to live to fight another day, and that's exactly what Luke Harper's done here. Wow. So there we go. That's the end of the episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon, or tomorrow, for our next episode of SWE Rising, which, of course, will be the Intercontinental Championship match between Kota Ibushi and Chris Benoit. Bye. Bye.